Well, if you love to jog or take your dog for a walk around rural trails and pathways, this next story is for you.
Yeah, we found out that a popular trail in Boise is actually private property and anyone on it is trespassing. Frankie Catafaias is live with more for us on that. Good morning, Frankie.
Good morning. We told you about a man who was so frustrated with dog poop on a trail that he frequently visits. And when we visited that trail ourselves, we saw that there were plenty of people on that same path. And it turns out Nampa and Meridian Irrigation District gave us a call and said that that same trail has bigger issues to be worrying about than dog poop. It's actually trespassing.
All irrigation canals, facilities, drains are on private property.
That's what Water Superintendent Greg Curtis has to say after learning a popular trail for Boise residents is actually one of his maintenance roads.
Unless it's a paved pathway that is clearly marked by an entity such as a city of Boise, city of Meridian, Ada County Highway District, you're more than likely trespassing if you have not been invited to be there by one of those entities.
This is a trail next to the canal off of Federal Way, and it should have clear signage notifying the public that this area is private property.
This sign has been graffitied pretty bad and it's hard to read. However, it is posted. That sign indicates that it's posted.
So even though it's frustrating to be expected to read a sign covered in graffiti, Nampa and Meridian Irrigation District shares your frustration.
The district spends hundreds of dollars putting up signs to educate the public, and they either get vandalized, such as this one, or sometimes they get pulled out and we find them in the bottom of the canal.
A beautiful trail, of course, but there's a reason why this piece of land is privately owned and why the irrigation district does not want you trespassing.
It's a huge safety concern. This canal is running full. It's got twice as much water in it than the Boise River does right now today. The banks are steep, the water's cold, it's very swift. Somebody falls in there, they're going to have a hard time getting out. The last thing I want to find is a body in the canal downstream.
If you're caught on this trail, Curtis says you could receive a trespassing fine. But if you're lucky, just a verbal warning.
We try to get their attention, explain to them that they're trespassing and the work we're doing could harm them if they're in the way.
So safety is the biggest concern for Nampa and Meridian Irrigation District. They're not saying that you can't go on these trails because they want to ruin your time or, make your experience here in Boise or wherever you are in Idaho any less enjoyable. It's just mostly safety, and they're trying to work on these canals when those canals aren't filled up with water during those summer months. For more information, you can head to our website, 6onyourside.com. Live in Nampa, Frankie Catafaias, 6 on Your Side.